Hey, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing? And how y'all doing it, man? Just got done watching the preseason game, man. And honestly, I was hyped for this. I had a great time watching the game, man. We got to see a new era of the Steelers, First of all, starting off with Acrisure Stadium, you know what I'm saying? Then we got to see all the young guys. We got to see all the quarterbacks, Mitch, Mason, Kenny. Got to see young running backs like Mateo Durant, Anthony McFarland, Master Teague, Pretty good game. And honestly, I think that we're gonna be straight this year, man. I like what I've seen from the quarterbacks. I like what I've seen from receivers. I like what I've seen from the offensive line and the running game. Like everything was literally just turning out to be great. Only thing that I wasn't really impressed with was the defense. Yes, I know it's all the young guys. It's not our full defense. We didn't get to see the guys like TJ Cam, Minka, and all them, but we did see guys like DeMarvin Lil, Mark Robinson, a few of our draft picks, Trey Norwood, and I'm going to talk about all this. I'm going to just hop right into it, though, because I don't want this video to be too long, because it's only preseason, but I'm very impressed. I'm going to start off with the quarterbacks, man. Mitchell Trubisky, he came out, he started this preseason game. He looked very confident. He came out, first pass was completed to George Pickens for about 8-9 yards. Then, you know what I'm saying, we run the ball. Anthony McFarland had a great game, but Mitch Trubisky, later in that first drive, he finds Gunnar Owoski. I don't know his last name, but he finds Gunnar, and he runs down the sideline for a good gain, about 20 to 25. And then we're in the red zone. Gunnar is left wide open in the corner of the end zone. Mitch Trubisky throws it, touchdown. We go down the field with ease. You know what I'm saying? Defense comes on. I believe our first defensive possession, we stopped the run of Killer Witherspoon with a tackle behind the line. And then Big Henry Mondu, he on the first defensive possession, he gets a sack on Geno Smith. After that, I don't think we seen Mitchell Trubisky after that. I think we seen Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph came into the game, and when he first came in, his first play coming into the game, it was a strip sack, but he got the ball back. He did recover it, and I'm instantly thinking like, this is why we don't like Mason. This is exactly why we don't like Mason. The next play, this man goes deep to George Pickens. George Pickens catches it in the back of the end zone, covered by Kobe Bryant, and not the late Kobe Bryant RIP, but the NFL player that was named after Kobe Bryant, covered by Kobe Bryant. He burns him, toe taps in the back of the end zone, and it's crazy. He start grittying, doing the Antonio Brown dance, and yeah, like it was just great to see George Pickens out there because he's gonna be a beast. Like this man, he plays like he's already been in the league for like 4 or 5 years. He plays like he's a veteran already, and it's crazy. Kenny Pickett, he had the whole second half to shine. They gave him the whole third and fourth quarter to shine. He comes in to chant. I mean, the crowd is chanting Kenny, Kenny, Kenny. They're chanting Kenny. His first drive, he goes 5 for 5 with a touchdown to Jaylen Warren, who had a great game. Jaylen Warren had an amazing game running back. Had a touchdown for Jaylen Warren, and then in the fourth quarter, he comes up clutch, and him and Tyler Vaughns connect for a game-winning touchdown. And yeah, to me, the quarterbacks, they all played great. They all played good. Everybody looked comfortable. Everybody looked like, like they weren't nervous. Everybody was just doing what they were supposed to do. Everybody looked good. Mitch looked good. Mason looked good. Kenny looked good. Moving on to the offensive line and the running game. This was one of my biggest worries. And yes, like I said, this is only the first game of preseason. This isn't the starters. This isn't the actual season. So none of this might not matter. But the way the offensive line looked tonight to come out, the way they were just blocking for the quarterbacks, the way they were opening up holes for the running backs. Anthony McFarland started off the game with like a 20 to 30-yard run. He had like 6 carries for like 50-something yards. He was going off. Anthony McFarland, he was sprinting up the holes because the linemen were opening holes for the running backs. And then we seen Jaylen Warren come in. Jaylen Warren had a great game running. He eventually had a receiving touchdown. Then we seen guys like Master Teague. They opened up holes for Master Teague. We seen Mateo Durant, but we didn't see too much of him. He didn't really do too much, but I loved what the offensive line did. I loved how they opened up holes for the running backs. And yeah, it was pretty good. Moving on to the receivers. George Pickens, I don't even got to say too much about him. He's been a dog in training camp. He's been going viral every day in training camp for doing something. This man comes into the game, gets a crazy toe tap touchdown. He's saying guys are too little on him. And although I think he only had like 3 catches, played a pretty damn good game. Tyler Vaughns, he had the game winner. Shout out to him because bro, literally all he had to do was go out of bounds and would have kicked the field goal. This man breaks the tackle and dives into the end zone with 3 seconds left. At this point, the game was tied. So shout out to Tyler Vaughns for that. Who else had a good game? Gunner had a great game. He had a touchdown. And Cody White, I know he's out there catching. Miles Boykins out there catching. Steven Sims. We didn't see Deontay, didn't see Chase. Obviously, we're not going to see them guys yet. But, hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm just excited that football is back. But, hey, I had fun watching this game. I really did. Moving on to the defense. Talking about the defense here. The only bright spot I've really seen on defense that I was really, really impressed with, and speaking of defense, in the beginning of the game, they showed Carl Joseph leaving. He didn't have a cleat on his leg. There was a boot on his leg, and he was on the stretcher. They had to cart him off. So I don't know what's going on with Carl Joseph, but hopefully it's not bad. Akilla Witherspoon, he also got hurt. He hurt his shoulder, but I seen him later in the game on the sideline. He was laughing and walking. He was fine. But yeah, only bright spot I seen from defense really was Trey Norwood. Trey Norwood, man, he saved 2 touchdowns. Trey Norwood is just all over the place. And honestly, he can be that next cornerback slash safety because he played both. That next cornerback slash safety that if we don't re-sign Terrell Edmonds, DeMonte Casey, Carl Joseph, if all those guys are on 1 years, he'll be perfect. And this man was a 7th round pick last year. He was a 7th round pick last year, and he coming in here. He had 38 tackles last year. He had a pick last year, and he's just a ball hog. I like Trey Norwood. He don't shy away from nothing, and he just be reliable. Mark Robinson, the linebacker, Mark Robinson that we drafted, wasn't really too sure on him, and he was kind of getting cooked all game in coverage, but he came up clutch when the game was tied 25-25, and the Steelers turned the ball over when Kenny Pickett got sacked. First play, this man sacks Drew Lock, strips the ball from him. Steelers get the ball back. And, yeah, so Mark Robinson, he showed me something with that. Obviously, he might be one of them linebackers that's not good in coverage, but, you know, he's a tough linebacker. We seen Miles Jack tonight. I love what I seen from Miles Jack. You can tell he's perfect for us. He's perfect when we need him to stop the run and make them secure tackles because he had a couple tackles behind the line, like what I seen from Levi Wallace. When Akilla Witherspoon did play, like what I seen from Terrell Edmonds, he was on the tackle that was behind the line. I like what I'm seeing from Arthur Millette. Arthur Millette, he's vocal. He's on the field. I used to have a problem with Arthur Millette, but I like what he's showing me. But, yeah, the defense, they're, like I said, it's preseason, but they were still getting ran all over. 3rd down conversion is still being converted on us, you know. And, yeah, but like I said, these are the young guys. We did see a little bit of DeMarvin Lil. He can pressure. Like he didn't have no sacks or nothing, but his pressure just he be out there going crazy. Yeah, man, for the most part, man, I had fun watching this first preseason game. Next week we are going to Jacksonville. We got to play Jacksonville, and yeah, man, like I said, I don't want this video to be too long. It's probably gonna be like 10 minutes, but yeah, man, I'm just excited that football's back. Excited I got to see my guys, the running backs improving, the offensive line improving. Got to see all 3 quarterbacks. They all did good. I have no complaints. Nobody threw a pick. Kenny Pickett had 2 touchdowns. Mitch had 1. Mason had 1. George Pickens, we got to see him. The defense, we got to see them, but I wasn't really impressed. But, hey, it's preseason. So, yeah, man, I had fun watching this, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel down in the comments. Love y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe if y'all new. Everybody, please stay safe. Watch y'all surroundings. It's a crazy world we live in. Make sure y'all family straight. Make sure you safe. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I got, man. I love y'all, and I'm out.